The 85 smells so good. Welcome back to another one. So, a little update. If you caught, what was it? My last video, before last video, I think. I don't remember. You see that I was facing a little issue. A very oily issue. Throw here for a little flashback. The startup, do the struggle start. Yeah, so as you saw right there, bad, very bad. So what happened was, so my gauge there is my gauge is connected to the same power source as the oil pump. So I know that when the gauge is on, the oil pump is on. I wasn't paying attention, I was with the homies, so I forgot to turn the pump on before I turned the car on. I never forget, but for some reason, you know, you're with the homies, I wasn't paying attention, I forgot to turn it on. And so obviously it's a rear mount turbo, so it has to, the pump has to send the oil back to the motor, and it wasn't. So I started driving, I looked behind me, and I noticed the trail of smoke, and I was like, oh shit, I already knew. You can see I've been running it NA for a while, getting the rest of the oil out. It runs really well actually, NA, but yeah, so you can see that pipe was off. What I've been doing too is, not only did I cleaned out some of the parts, and then I two-stepped it. I had somebody two-step it while I sprayed brake cleaner, so it would suck in the brake cleaner and spray it out here. And you can see how much oil came out of there as well. You see where it's all dry and ashy as hell up there? Oh yeah, my radiator support's been cracked. I bought the car like that, motherfucker. That was like the lowest point, so it was like pooling up right there. And yeah, so like not only is it my motor sucking in, it's not supposed to be taking in oil, and it's lowering the octane, but it's fucking with the mass airflow sensor, obviously. I cleaned most of the oil out now. I still need there's some low points that probably have a little bit of oil built up, so I'm gonna take care of that. But yeah, so I'm also gonna be moving to a mid-mount before I retune. So I've been telling y'all for months that I'm gonna retune, and I'm actually gonna move to a mid-mount. I need to make a mid-mount because I need to practice making them. Rear mounts are nothing, they're super easy. Like, I need to start working on mid-mounts. I'm probably never gonna do top mounts just because like a lot of people in California don't really ask for top mounts, just because like, you know what I'm saying, you get your hood popped, you know. And like you gotta relocate a bunch of stuff. Yeah, I prefer the mid or the rears. I would do a top mount if you're like an auto and a sedan, because then you can't rear mount it or mid mount it. So your only option is to put it up here. So, you know what I'm saying? Bitcoin pops off, I might start earlier than I thought. I left the key in the ignition all weekend. The car has been in my garage for like a week. Had it parked, just chilling, but it's cool. The jump started, and somebody stole my jumper cables. So let's see how this thing's driving right now. I honestly forgot. It's been a minute. I've just been leaving this car alone. I've been on some other stuff, man. Like, I low-key been out of it, man. Like really out of it. Turn the AC on. Shit, gotta use it. It feels good to be here again. I don't even know how much gas is in it. It's not accurate. It's decently accurate. It's decently accurate. For some reason, I don't know how it got scaled up or down. I don't know. But so basically, when it hits halfway, that's empty. So it doesn't even use. So it don't even use the whole lower half of the gauge. Just the first half, like the top half. Just the top half. So right now, I'd say it's about below half. Once it gets close to the middle though, that's empty. So, and then when I fill it up, it goes like beyond full. Like it almost goes like almost towards the F, like past. So the stupid ass GoPro died. Yeah, fuck you. Turn off. Yeah, fuck you. All right. So that shit died. I had a decent amount of percentage, but whatever. Yeah, no, it kind of feels fucking terrible. It feels about half as powerful as it should. I mean, not that I'm really getting into the power yet. I've only been driving around for like 10 minutes. I like to drive around a while until I really get into it. But I don't know if I'm even gonna get into it right now, but no, just even cruising, it just feels off. It's not, yeah. I think first thing I'm gonna do is just change the math out again. I mean, this setup's not gonna stay here for that much longer to the point where I'm really gonna worry about it, but just this juke just tried to race me, man. A fucking juke. I was like, bruh, I'll fucking take this turbo off and I'll like, it's a juke, bro. Like, all right, not bad. I didn't see how much boost I hit though. Let me try that again. Damn, I wish this was like more of a POV. Like it kind of is, but it's really not because I'm just holding my iPhone. But I mean, 4-door, stick shift, $900 turbo kit, fucking AC. Like, come on, man. This shit is some sick shit, man. Fuck what anybody has to say, man. Like, I want to like stretch third out a little bit, see if it breaks up. Only making about 4 pounds right now. If I did this turbo kit again right now, flawless. Another thing too is like when I made this kit, man, like I had about 0 hours, 0 minutes, and 0 seconds of welding experience. So there's probably some pinholes, a couple of pinholes in the hot side. I think there still might be a little bit. And in third, off camera, I was hitting third. It broke up a little bit. I think it broke up a little bit. I think still a little bit oil left in the intercooler. Oil gets everywhere. I seen, man, it was dripping out the flange, compressor, turbine, into the charge pipe. It's nasty, bro. I can't wait till I can get my hands on a comp, man. You gotta understand, like a rear mount turbo setup with a comp is low-key the ultimate setup, man. Like, that shit is literally just bolt-ons. Like, taking the kit on and off is like removing an exhaust and mufflers. Like, it's just so convenient. I mean, yeah, it'll be a little bit laggier, but once you optimize everything, like, shit, it won't even matter. So unless you're using it for like time attack, unless you're using it for like something that really needs that response. I mean, there's even things you could do to decrease the lag, because one thing you got to talk about when you talk about lag and turbos is you got to talk about the difference between lag and threshold. I feel like a lot of people don't know the difference between lag and threshold. Threshold is just where it kicks in in what gear. So like, for example, right, say I'm in third gear and I roll on, it goes from vacuum to boost. Like, it goes from negative to positive, let's say at like 3,000 RPM. And then say my peak is 10, and then I'll hit 10 at like 4 grand, let's say, right? So that's threshold. That's where it kicks in, where it hits peak, and etc., right? That's not what lag is. I think people use that as lag, but what lag is like, for example, say I'm at 5 grand. So obviously, like I said, I hit peak at 4. So for this situation, let's say 10, like I said, 10 PSI. So it should be at 10 from 4 all the way to red line, right? Let's say I'm at 5 and I let go of the throttle, hit a corner, let go of the throttle, do my little whatever, right? Let go of the throttle. Then I get back on the throttle and I'm still around 5 grand. Lag is how long it takes for it to go back from vacuum, because obviously I let go of the throttle, back into boost and to hit peak. That's what lag is. So I just felt like some people didn't really know the difference per se, or just kind of use the terms interchangeably. So lag is how long it takes to repressurize basically the system, and threshold is where the system gets pressurized. So see, I'm not an expert at this shit, like, at all. I just like, I read, you know what I'm saying? I'm in this shit, man. Like, all this stuff is on me, so I don't have anybody to help me. So you gotta read before you do stuff. I seen this dude do a video of the good and the bad about, you know, these Z's, and which obviously applies to the G's. And Not only did the guy not even know what the fuck he was talking about, hella incorrect information. Just come to find out, obviously he's doing the video because he has one of those cars. Come to find out, he didn't even know how to drive the car. Isn't that crazy? How are you making videos about something you don't even know? Tell me, man, when's the last time you heard somebody say that DDs take boost better than HRs, man? It must feel ancient, right? It's because it is. Stupidest idea I've ever heard in my life. Yeah, I love this car, man. I can't wait to kind of move on, revise the setup. It's gonna be nasty. For what it is, it's definitely gonna be nasty, man. Yeah, can't wait to get my hands on an HR in the future too. It's gonna be disgusting. Hey, don't get me wrong, man. It feels good to just have this car outside, drive it again, but satisfied to hit a boost again. But at the same time, it definitely left me unsatisfied about the performance. We need to get, need this Bitcoin to pop off so I can start cracking on this thing, man.